Taurus, welcome to your general timeless reading. This is for all Taurus placements, so take what resonates, leave the rest, and do not force it to fit. If you're new, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. My name is Jordyn. I'm a master Reiki practitioner and spiritual and shamanic life coach. So for all personal bookings, tarot readings, energy healing sessions, mentoring, life coaching, and more, you can book it down below in the description box. Let's get into it though, my dear. Let's see what's going on for you. I'm going to be using Revelations. Actually, let's start with Cosmic Tarot today, and then I will clarify what Revelations. Yeah. I was picking decks for your reading, and I kept being pulled to this tarot deck, and I was really struggling to accept that this is the deck to use, because this is known as my Ten of Swords deck, but there has to be a reason why. So you're probably letting go of something or really closing out a significant chapter in your life right now. It's a very transformative deck. I like this one. Okay, so let's see what's going on for you, Taurus. There's somebody they're not going to be like the highlight of your reading, but they're kind of they're orbiting around you is what it feels like. So it feels like you have a lot going on in your individual plate, but there's a relationship that's just circling around you that's kind of in the back of the mind. Yeah, Seven of Wands, which is like the defensive, I'm standing up for myself, this is my wall. I'm in the midst of building this project or trying to start something new, focus on myself. And there's just this, yeah, Judgment in reverse and the Devil. Okay. Don't try and force whatever it is you're building to happen. Taurus, you are a fixed sign. So when you have your eyes set on something, sometimes there's a need to really zoom out. So I would check out where Taurus is in your chart or how you apply this to what it is you're starting or building. Because with Judgment in reverse and the Devil, it tells me that there's a part of you that really needs to transform. And that has to do with releasing attachment to how maybe you perceive this beginning to occur, or how you want it to occur, or how you perceive a new foundation looking, right? There's going to be a release of it. I feel this person, they're very distracting, but they're not showing up yet. Let's see them over here. Three of Swords. Okay, so they're old. They want to reconcile, whoever this is. You have a lot going on, Taurus. I feel like you're starting a lot of new things in your life, but yeah, Seven of Swords in reverse, which is returning to the scene of the crime. And it's interesting because there's no court card, and that's what they feel like. When I feel like someone is just on the outskirts of an energy, it's almost like they're watching you. So this could be following you on social media, or just shooting you a text or something. It's nothing that is really in your face. Or energetically, you might be thinking about them or feeling them a lot. It's just because there's this tie between you two that still has to be released. Bottom of the deck is the Page of Cups. Yeah, okay, so they're probably going to come in with some flirty, very surface level. It doesn't feel like there's substance behind this conversation. I feel like you have something really big that's trying to come in for you, and this is the energy that is taking up the space for this beginning, right? So if you're filled to the top with energy, you're going to have to get rid of something to make space for this new foundation you're building. I feel like if there's hurt and pain associated with this person, that's what you're releasing, or it could be the person themselves. Temperance, Sagittarius, Judgment, Pluto, Scorpio, the Devil's Capricorn, and yeah, I'm only going to do the majors today. Okay. It's very interesting. There's such a divide in this energy. This is Revelations Tarot, by the way. If you like tarot decks that have upright and reverse meanings on the card, this would be a great deck for you. You can get it on Amazon. Okay, so they have a victim mentality. This is somebody who's very save me, save me. And they might not literally say that, but it's they might come across as somebody who always has something going on, but the reality of it is that they're choosing to allow these things to go on. It's almost like if they set healthy boundaries, or if they learn to self-soothe, or if they learn to really love themselves, the chaos that surrounds this person, or the drama that surrounds this person, would really start to diminish. This has a lot to do with self-worth. This is going to be highlighted over the next month or so, because Venus retrograde in Leo. Yeah, let's go over to Temperance. Knight of Pentacles, because I was talking about it, which is why I put the cards there. I felt like I was hearing people ask me why I put them there. Knight of Pentacles, which is Taurus energy for me as a reader. And then we have Death in reverse, which is Pluto Scorpio. It's a shame. This person really wants to reconcile. They really want to come together. There's a lot of hesitance on, it's almost like there's a part of them that acknowledges like, I don't have what it is that you need, right? Like, I want to make you this offer, but if I offer this to you, it'd be a false promise. It's like, yeah, of course, I could be that kind of partner, but they know intuitively and realistically that they don't have those tools quite yet. That's not a reflection of their worth. That's a reflection of them getting to a place of acknowledging, whoa, I have a lot of healing to do inside of me. And that's the purpose of this retrograde season, is to really do that. So let's look at the Three of Swords. Yeah, Six of Cups, Two of Cups. A very strong connection. There's a theme of rejection or fears of abandonment that go on between the two of you, because the 6 minus the 2 gives you a 4 of Cups. So the energy that you share, right, is the 4. With the Three of Swords here, this was the purpose of this relationship, to heal that. Yeah, and there's the lack of self-soothing. With the 9 of Cups in reverse, that's what's standing in the way of this reconciliation, is that this partnership or this friendship, whatever it is, right, platonic, romantic, doesn't matter, it will come back together when both people realize that majority of what they're seeking from one another are things they got to learn to give to themselves, right? And when they do that, they're going to have such an amazing new emotional foundation within themselves that when they start to invest in this relationship, again, the new form it's taking is going to be much healthier, right? Because it's going to be free of that desire for attachment, right? Which is the devil, right? Okay, so let's look at, okay, so we have, it's like the sky is falling kind of fear. With the 7 of Swords and the 7 of Pentacles, 7 of Swords is like returning to the scene of the crime, and the 7 of Pentacles is like, I've invested so much and it didn't work out. I failed, right? There is no such thing as failure. There's not. You try, it works out, or it doesn't, but you learn how to do it better, or you learn that it's not meant for you, and that's okay. So with the 7 of Swords here, this tells me that you both have a habit of going through the cycle of this relationship over and over, because it's returning to the scene of the crime. The 7 of Pentacles in reverse says that it's like the definition of insanity. You're doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. It's like you're doing the same things in different forms though, and thinking that it's change. Yeah, 3 of Cups. Because you don't want to let each other go. You have attachment. You have attachment. You want to stay together. You want to reconcile. You want to fix things. But there's the things that need to be fixed is not the relationship. It's the individual. Both individuals. It's very interesting. Very interesting. It's going to be a very like healing relationship when they get up. Yeah, I love it. Wheel of Fortune, the 9 of Swords. The change you're going to go through together as a pair, whether you're physically together or energetically, like, let's say you're like often doing your own thing, you could still be tied to one another and on a soul path together. You're just progressing in your own way, right? So one might be really passive. The other might be a lot more progressive or like action oriented. Ambitious with their energy. The way that you move is different, and that's okay. This time is meant to trigger anxiety and fear and stress in you, because those triggers are the bottom of the bucket that you got to pour out. So it's not coming up to make it more difficult. It's not coming up because this is wrong. It's coming up because it's no longer serving you, right? These feelings, and they're rooted in parts of you that just want your love. And so both people are going to go through this. It makes a lot of sense though, because the Page of Cups is also my card of authenticity and vulnerability. And so in order to love oneself, you really have to get to know your authentic self. You have to be vulnerable with yourself and admit like, oh, there's some things I just don't like. There's some things I really want to change, right? So that's the purpose of this dynamic. And with the Page of Cups here, it tells me that as much as you both crave to really go below the surface, conversation really hits a wall sometimes when it's like, well, I want to resolve this and I wish I could talk to you about this. So I feel like I can't talk to you. It's really that more so that there's a feeling of what if I don't get accepted, right? Because you share the wound of rejection. What if they don't accept me when I am completely vulnerable? So the relationship is challenging your heart space to open. So let's look at the Page of Cups. I have a feeling this is going to be the new cycle you go to and teaching you lessons on how to build something new, whether it be with this person or on your own. Yeah, 8 of Wands. Yeah, your communication style is really going to change with this individual. You're going to move forward very quickly. It's going to happen very suddenly. I won't be shocked if they reach out to you and try to discuss things, to resolve things. It's happening to help you release any inner critical energy that you hold with the Five of Swords. This is my card of the inner critic. It also speaks to moving on from conflict or betrayal or fear of being judged, right? So I like all of this. You're really moving into a very healthy space together. Wheel of Fortune is Jupiter, Sagittarius energy again. So we have double Sag. A lot of Sagittarius showing up for you, and Scorpio. Okay, so let's go into your energy over here. I feel like this is more so you, Taurus. Let's look at the Seven of Wands. I feel like there's a part of you that's really wanting to keep them at a distance. It feels like I don't want to hear from you. I don't want to talk about it. I need you to stay over there. This is what I need for myself. So let's look at the Seven of Wands. I feel like whatever it is you think you're starting is almost like it's distracting you. It's not that it's not meant for you, but the universe wants you to address these emotions. And it's almost like you're pushing them to the bottom of the barrel. And you're just like, I'm over it. Here's my new beginning. You don't have space for it. So it's like, let's address this, resolve this, and make space for what you're building. So they are tied together, which makes sense as to why they're showing up. Let's look at the Seven of Wands. Yeah, Magician in reverse. It's a misuse of your power. You have all the tools. You have the knowledge. You have the self-awareness to acknowledge that, okay, parts of you are still upset over this. And that's okay. It's okay. Just like, it's okay to be upset. You could love somebody and absolutely despise them all at the same time. This and that can both exist. They can both be true, right? You could really like spending time with somebody, but really crave some time alone and away from them. That's okay. It's normal for us to get overstimulated. We live in a very active world. But the Nine of Wands in reverse and the King of Pentacles, there's a sadness that just came in without even like really diving into the cards. Okay, so I keep hearing practicality and failure. This feels like someone who's accustomed, I'm not gonna lie, this feels like a feminine energy that feels as if they need to take on a masculine energy, like be the one to take charge, be the one to be the provider, be the one that's always reliable, and they feel like they can't do it anymore. It's become really heavy. And with the Four of Pentacles, it's almost like they want to shut out and shut away from the world. That's an overstimulated energy for me. It's not that they're not stable. It's that they have an unspoken expectation for themselves of what stability looks like. They're learning to lean into having compassion for themselves, which is why there's going to be a need to address these feelings, but also kind of like take some space from people for a minute to really allow yourself to kind of change your inner dialogue, right? That Five of Swords in reverse and learning to love yourself. Let's look at the Ace of Pentacles, Knight of Swords in reverse. Strength. This comes across as like whatever it is you're building feels more so like something that is being built so you can prove to yourself that you're enough. I am worthy. I'm fine. If I do this, I'll feel better. Like if I just get this started, like I'll feel so much better. And it's just ignoring this other stuff. Yeah, Five of Pentacles in reverse. Whatever it is, it's going to be successful. It is. It's going to be successful. It's going to help you kind of find a sense of worth in yourself. But it could be both this and that. This can be successful, but it could at the same time also be something that you're doing to ignore these feelings. And instead of ignoring them, you can be successful and also acknowledge them. Okay, let's look at Judgment. They're coming back. I feel them really strongly all of a sudden. Yeah, Seven of Pentacles. It's making my stomach turn. So this tells me this has something to do with self-worth. This is Hierophant in reverse. Okay, yeah. This is not meant to continue right now. The reason they're going to be coming back is to surface all of these emotions. And this is like why you have death though. This is why you have death with them. It's not meant for you at this point in your journey, right? And it doesn't mean that will be a year, a month, or week. It's a general reading. Your time's going to be different than your neighbor's time. You understand? So whatever they're triggering in you is just to trigger it. They're like, I'm going to push this button, make you aware of some unresolved feelings you have so you can have space for this new beginning. That's the purpose of this. The reconciliation will come down the road. But right now you need to purge these emotions and solidify this foundation. This is not a priority. You're going through the lesson of learning that you're a priority, that you need to learn to love self, right? Page of Cups, authenticity, vulnerability. The cycle of learning to love yourself with the world in reverse, it's not done. You still are learning lessons because the world is Saturn. And Saturn's retrograding in Pisces. It's the subconscious mind, what's hidden, delusion, distortion. So you're learning to mature and see like what's really meant for me, what's not meant for me. But judgment is also choices and decisions and boundaries. Saturn and Neptune is all about boundaries. It's about getting more grounded in the factual real information versus the delusion or illusion fantasy world of Neptune. So it's teaching us to come to terms with the reality of something. The reality is, as much as I want to reconcile with this person, I really got to get my ducks in a row, because if we reconcile and I'm in this form of myself, this will not be stable. We're going to go round and round. So with Judgment, you have the Seven of Pentacles in reverse and the Seven of Cups. You're coming to that place of acknowledging that this is meant to be released. Seven of Cups is clarity, Seven of Pentacles is failure. And with the Hierophant in reverse and the Two of Pentacles, you're accepting on a very deep soul level, because the Hierophant is major arcana, it's universal energy, that this is not meant to take place right now for you. It doesn't mean it's not meant for you. It just means right now you're having a pause, right? It's kind of like the break in a season of a show. It's like a to be continued, right? But here's something else to watch, right? To be continued. Go on to a different series, right? This will come back around when it's meant to, when its season comes back around. Okay, let's look at the Devil. The Tower, Ace of Cups, beautiful. And the Queen of Swords. This is the feminine energy. King of Wands, I love it. You're both getting into this place of accepting the fact that there's unhealthy attachment styles, whether it be anxious attachment, avoidant attachment, codependency, addiction, whatever it is. Limiting beliefs, fear of rejection, so on and so forth. That's the Devil. The Devil rules the ego, okay? Capricorn, Saturn energy. Tower, Aries, Mars, Scorpio energy. Mars, we have... Mars just went into Virgo today, actually, on the, what's today, the 10th? I believe so. I believe it's the 10th. And with the Ace of Cups here, we have Mars and Virgos creates a very practical energy of action, right? So this is a great time to work on projects, to start organizing yourself, start getting really strict on your boundaries and feeling really confident in what you're doing. It's a very feminine but productive and forward moving energy, because Virgo is the Virgin. It's very feminine. And then we have Mars, the masculine, action, proactive, sensual energy. So it's like creativity in a very structured, organized way. Great time to work on this project and to work on self-care. With the Ace of Cups and the Queen of Swords, you're bridging the mind with the emotional self. Instead of thinking what you feel, you're becoming aware of how your feelings translate to thought, right? Meaning that, ooh, I think I feel upset. You're realizing, wait, actually, I feel unworthy. Oh, that makes sense why I feel that way. Oh, this is a pattern. You're flipping the script for yourself, and it's really going to help you progress forward. King of Wands, I feel like this is the person you're dealing with. They're going to go through the same thing as you two have space, which is normal. When we're not enmeshed anymore, when we disconnect from a partner, we typically evolve, go through a soul lesson, we get to a higher frequency of self-love, and that's when things are meant to come back together. So you're on the right path. It just might not look like the path that you wanted, right? My beautiful fixed sign Taurus. Take your blinders off, okay? Just take them off sometimes and know that you're always exactly what and where you're supposed to be, okay? So let's get some advice for you. And if you want a personal reading or Reiki session, book it down below. And I'm now taking on new life coaching and mentoring clients. So if you want to become an energy healer for Reiki, quantum healing, and shamanic healing, I do have one-day crash courses as well as a 4 and 6 month long mentoring program. It's offered globally, so no matter where you are, you can participate in it. Oh, beautiful. Bottom of the deck is the healing guide in reverse, right? Focus on your health. Choose it above all else. This tells me that you could be avoiding your healing and focusing on things and making sure that this is just like, ooh, I'm over it, but really it's being suppressed. So you have the choice right now to celebrate the version of yourself that you have been cultivating, that you have been creating, right? So if you've been really thinking about what your higher self looks like or what that project is, what is it that you want to do for you, right? It's already here. The universe is asking you to make space so they can give it to you, okay? Taurus, that's what I have for you. I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. Please like, share, subscribe, give this video a thumbs up. It tells YouTube that people are watching my content and it shares it on a bigger scale. So it'd be a great way to help me, and I hope to work with you soon. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.